Okay, we're on our way to Shenzhen. We just boarded the train at Kowloon. We bought first class tickets, and as I say, now we're off up to the border with Lowu. And again, at the moment we're in a very long tunnel. I said to my son earlier, hopefully it's not going to be all of it. No, there you go, it's not all of it in a tunnel. But this sort of gives you an idea of what we're facing, going out through the hills of North New Territories. They call it the North District, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, but as I say, Hong Kong still. Yeah, it should be a good day. And this, as I said at the beginning, if I've not edited it out, is the 6th of November 2019. People will have a go at me for mentioning the date, but I think it's important. Yeah, standard fare. Looks like the Eurotunnel from this point of view. Hopefully this thing's not sort of focusing on the dirt on the window there. I'll let it play for a little bit longer so you can just see typical station scene. Not going to pan it inside the carriage too much, it will upset some of the locals. Last thing I want to do. People are very, very friendly, very nice people. This is Taiwan or Taiwan. As you can see, right, okay, more to follow. This is Typo Market. If there's less people around to upset, I'll give you a quick pan of the carriage. It's a first class carriage, as I probably said in the previous video. But yeah, as I say, we are getting closer and closer to the border town of Lowu. We'll see how all that goes. I've watched videos on it, I've read stuff, but no more luck. We'll get our bums kicked back into Hong Kong, but we'll see. I'll give you a little bit more of a blast of the countryside. Beginning to get a little bit more hilly as you get towards the Chinese border. But yeah, very, in my opinion, typical Chinese landscapes. Very nice. They love their hills, and I've not really got much choice about it, but yeah, a little town there, a little, supposed to be blatant, a shanty town. This is Taiwan. You get doorbell sounds, that means the doors are opening. Now they're very disciplined with how they get on and off trains on the MTR or even this railway service. If you're waiting to board, you stand to the either side of the doors diagonally, and the central part is left open for the people getting off the train. So, as I say, people getting off have priority, then people form on the trains like that. And it usually works, even in rush hour, very well. People are very disciplined about keeping line. You'll usually get the odd one here and there, but as you do in any culture. But by and large, it's a good system. They are quite respectful of each other. Unfortunately, not like the UK. In London, it's every man for themselves, but such is life. But there we go. I'll give you a bit of ambient noise. Plenty of countryside, country parks and rivers and canals and things here. And people do respect them. If it weren't for the protests, this place would be gleaming. But sadly, you know, the protests are there and it's not for me to comment on that. Something I like as well, by the side of their motorways, on most areas, but not all by all means, those big glass-like fences there, they're sound deadeners. So you don't have the sound of screaming noise and traffic buggering up the countryside. Oddly, they've got a symbol of a bird on it, so I think that might be to dissuade them from striking the glass, which sadly birds do. That thing's really picking up speed now. Well, I'll save you from more train side views if it's getting a little bit old at the moment. When we pull into the next station, I'll cut this and I might show you a bit of the Lowu crossing, but because it's a border zone, it's a bit tricky really. They may get upset. See how it goes. Yep, this is Fanling. We are now in Shenzhen, China. There's a hassle getting the visa, but this is just the beginning. We just came out of the arrival concourse, and as I say, we're going to be exploring into the hinterland just to see what there is to see. But everyone smokes here. The policemen, old boys in toilets, you name it. As I say, it's just a done thing here. It must feel wrong not to smoke. I think we're snobbish or something. Anyhow, this is just the first blast of what we're seeing, and as I say, I'm going to record more as we move along. Then walkabout. Okay, here we go. So far, it's everything I thought it would be. Everything's electric here, mostly, except some gas-powered cars. I think the rule is, if you've got a little moped here, it's got to be electric. I think the only ones that are allowed to have gas-powered mopeds are the police. But, yeah, they're somewhat bemused by the dead cat. For those of you that don't know, there's a sound filter on my microphone I'm currently using. Transits here, apparently, are all made in China. Ford transits, that is. I'm glad I've got my wind filter on because it's blowing quite hard at the moment. So you might hear a bit of wind noise, but hopefully limited. The plan is just to push inland about a mile or two, see the sights, buy one or two things, and then possibly make our way back. The whole idea was just to see the sights. But yeah, everyone and their mum's on a moped coming at you like there's no tomorrow. But here we are. Everyone's on a cell phone of some description. Sadly, Hong Kong SIMs don't really work that well here. In fact, qualify that, don't work at all. Now the way it works is, with your Shenzhen visa, you're only allowed in the Shenzhen economic zone. Now I think it's quite big, may even go up to Guangzhou and Zhuhai, Greater Bay Area. It may or may not, I don't know, more research is needed. But we don't intend to go any further than the confines of Shenzhen itself. We know they look dimly on Westerners or foreigners that suit themselves. Quite rightly so. The rules are the rules. Cameras everywhere, which is always good. Facial recognition. No problem with that. I'm not brave enough yet to chance one of their pedestrian crossings, although I have seen cars stopping for people, so whether that works for foreigners or not, I suppose I'll find out sooner or later. Yeah, there's the underlying smell of sewage, but you get that at lots of places in Macau, various parts of Hong Kong. We're in the tropics, so it must be a heaven's hard job keeping stuff clean. Very warm here, it's about 28 degrees Celsius. nonetheless, very pleased to be here. A lot of hassle getting the visa, but you know, so be it. We got it. We believe the fee is somewhere in the region of £35. There's 304 RMB unit of currency. Yuan, RMB, interchangeable. Oh, here we go. Almost snagged me, but there you go. Keep the place clean though, there's always people running around sweeping up and doing all sorts. Typical Shenzhen taxi, they're all electric, made by BYD. He's having a quick crash. Oh, friendly. We had one tout come up to us, but when I responded in my made-up language, which was Kagaloga Kakalegi, I said that several times to him. He eventually said, "I don't understand," and walked away. So, word to the wise. You get someone approaching you in English, trying to sell you stuff, make up a language. Works. Oh dear. Typical China bus. With c'est bon. Water, but somehow I don't think he comes from France, but you never know. Would you look at that? Amazing. Shenzhen's full of buildings like this. China visas are not valid to Shanghai, but you can't go walkabout, as I've explained earlier. But we're happy to have them. They do zip around. I'm going to show you some Shenzhen traffic. Well, you can see it for yourself at the moment. Apologies for shaky video. All of this is handheld with no gimbal. There goes the police milk float against the traffic, as you do. Right, anyhow. I'm going to watch this for a little while. Find the traffic here quite amusing. Okay. A moped zipping across pedestrian crossings, or electrified mopeds. It's not the way to go. a big difference between here and Hong Kong. You do hear cars hooting every now and again, but not half as much. But so far, they're obeying the rules, behaving themselves. Nice Porsche over there. Porsche there too. They probably make them here, I think. We've got Mercedes made here and other brands. Yeah, a lot of impatience going on, but there you go. I don't make the rules. But yeah, as I say, people were by and large seem okay. Well, it looks like a recipe for disaster. Right, okay, call that for the time being. Right, no enhanced sound on this one. We've decided to stop for a meal. Very kindly gentleman who teaches English in Hong Kong helped us. We've ordered up a duck dish and some noodles each, 31 RMB, and we're going to see what that's all about. Very good. Looking at the bowls, they seem to be huge, so we'll see. Right, duck. Bowls of some what's the word? Prandial soup. Right, there's little ball thingies in it. Tastes a bit pork-like, but we have no idea what it is. Ah, shishi. Oh well, enough scoffing for the time being. Well, enough talking or scoffing. So we're on more further of a walkabout. Had our meal. That place over there, Mambo Wonton. We had wonton soup with duck. And now we're heading into the hinterland. But yeah, so far people are just going about the business, not paying us much attention, which is fair enough. Uh-oh. Hey. I'm not sure what the guy's doing with the Tesla clone. Always having eyes in the back of your head. This thing's zipping at you here, there and everywhere. Sure is warm. Belly full of Chinese food. Yeah, very nice. Authentic. None of that UK takeaway stuff for us today. Oh, there we go. You look up there, big old tower. Sun heading off. about sun glare. Hopefully the GoPro will do something with that. Yep. Whoa. Almost got him. It's like a river of some description. It's like an NHK somewhere street video. Not really. There we go, quick pan. Yeah, look at them. Is there fish out there? Yeah, fish. Go down a bit further. See if you can make out these fish. There they are. Chinese carp. Loads of them. Should have brought me a rod. So I can remember how to fish. But yeah, sizable as well. Make a nice meal. Loads of them. You. I believe it's a Cantonese word for fish, but don't appear to speak much Cantonese here, although they should. Yeah, Diwang, Sucheng. Big old Hong Kong type tower block. And they never look behind them when they go. Something all UK motorcyclists with halfway decent sense of survival would do. Right. First check to see if policemen will get upset if I'm filming. Bulgari, Cartier, Louis Vuitton. It's all here. Shenzhen is a special economic zone. It's probably different to a lot of cities in China. Although from what I've seen off YouTube and that, they're doing so well. Good luck to them. Not quite sure what the lady's doing, but never mind. I'm sure it'll go well in a soup or something. I've no idea. We're not going to spend too long in Shenzhen. We want to get back to get some rest. Tomorrow's really our last day. Because we have to be up really early to catch an airport bus. Which means a really, really rough travel day for us because we're not going to be sleeping well. But so she's alive. These Chinese flowers. Well, they may well be European, but they're growing in China, so there we are. Nice palm trees. Yeah, people just go about their everyday normal business, no problem at all. They're used to foreigners in Shenzhen. And why not? I'll give you a little video there of what's going on in Shenzhen if you want to buy some property, which is yours to own in full for the next 70 years. Then it gets given back. there's no permanent ownership of property in China. You get a 70-year lease and that's it. I believe it goes back to the state. Right, on the way home from Shenzhen. To Lowu Port, Hong Kong. Bus station in the distance. Been hit by a car, but that always happens at Shenzhen apparently. Yeah, it's all here. Okay, next time you see us, we're going to be on our way back. Going to probably stop off at Prince Edward, do a bit of shopping, that sort of thing. Then hopefully back to Mayfu for more shenanigans. So there we have it. I'm going to get the train back. Leaving Shenzhen, we thought we'd show you the mad crowd, the mad rush that we get to when you leave Shenzhen to go into Hong Kong. We've actually cleared Hong Kong immigration, so I suppose technically this should be Hong Kong. Over there is Shenzhen. Thought I'd show you some of the scenery. We thought that was quite nice really, so there we have it. Some birds flying in the distance there. Don't stick around guys, you're going to get eaten. But yeah, that's Shenzhen skyline for you. Now we found our experience in Shenzhen to be pretty good. But yeah, pretty good. So, what we're going to do now is make our way down to the Lowu train. We're going to get off probably at Prince Edward or Kowloon Tong to go to Prince Edward. But we're going to look around for some gifts and things like that. But I'm going to keep yammering as long as I can till someone tells me up. But yeah, back in Hong Kong, people, yeah, very similar. Hong Kongers tend to regard their environment better than most others, but we couldn't fault Shenzhen. We were so clean, people cleaning up everywhere. It's really good. Now what I'm going to do is probably stop the video when we get to the next octopus machine, because you have to validate your card for first class travel, so that we get a seat and a chance to relax. It's worth paying the extra few pennies on it. So that's what we're going to do. But yeah, enjoy the ambience. Sorry. Have a look over there, see where that one goes. Yeah, Shenzhen skyline. And that's the Frontier River. Very nice. What does it say? Hey? That's the one we want then, yeah? Okay. That's what we're seeing. Yeah, okay. Train's ready and waiting. We'll probably miss this one. Oh crap. Got to validate. Sorry, would you hold the camera for us? Well, you do yours first, yeah? This is not first class, so this is quickly. I can't, so I'll get my shit out. Can you hold that? Go on, boy. Yeah, hold that. And that, it's still rolling.
Which direction? Direction right, yeah? Direction's right.
No, it's the wrong direction. Okay, concrete. Go up in.
Hoffentlich zieht ihr das ab, so in meinen Nachschauen.
Ja.
Should do.
Okay, cool.
请稳靠近车门，请不要靠近车门。Please stand back from the train door.
Still rolling. Also, the sound's still rolling as well. Okay, so thank you. Right, well that's it. Sorry about all that kerfuffle. If I leave this in the edit, which I probably will, then that's us on our way back to Kowloon Tong. Right, catch up with you later for more shenanigans. Okay. Right then, let's make a move up here, yeah? Yeah? What way do you want to go? That way?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, this is Prince Edward Land. Prince Edward. We're just mingling with the locals. Now, the noise you can hear is Hong Kong. So much activity. Sunglasses. Very cool. Mark 35, yeah? UV ones. Like the Ray-Bans, but they're not, what's the word? The type of design that I'd really be into. Right, they also do insoles. Yeah, you're right. Alright. So, just hold that, point the camera at me. Okay, try then. Yeah. From that. Fine, okay. I just bought myself a pair of really, really trendy glasses. They'd look great on me if I was 20 years younger, but never mind. Let's make that 30 years younger. Cool. And there, yeah? We're in Pet Shop Land again. I got what? Pineapple bun. Want to try that?
Yeah, you want some?
No, I'm alright.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm still digesting that thing, but I know you're trying to. Yeah, puppies and having a good sleep, cats. Someone wants to try a pineapple bun. Supposed to have a slab of butter in it. Yeah. Supposed to. Sorry. Give me the drink. I'll try and hold it with my wrist right there. You should have a little sliver of butter with it. Oh, okay. You're just dry bread otherwise. Let's see what she does. Yeah, you alright? Okay. Yeah, this is Pet City. Getting sprayed at the moment by air conditioner condensation. Could be worth investigating for a gadget or two, yeah? Okay. End of video. There we go. This is a test, or not so much a test, just a demonstration to show you. We're eating in, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's select how we're going to pay it. These are the choices that they've got. I'll go through this. Oh, you know, I could do that. Right, you've got selections of things here. You've got your a la carte, or you've got your promotion. Some of what they've got is for promotion. You've got tomato, egg, pork cutlet. Lots of very strange things here. You could even have breakfast all day here. DC combo. You would have like rook wings, black sticky pie, rice pie, which I'm going to have. Right, maybe that. My son put me onto that one. Add to order. Then, because I like burgers, that should be great. choice pig, fish, beef, chicken, or pork, the breakfast one. Go for that. Now, because I am traditional, I'm going to have one of them, and I will make it not. Yeah, I'll make it a meal, so we'll have that. That should ask me what drink I want. No, just regular chips. There was corn there as well, but I'm not up to that at the moment. Right, what we got? Ovaltine flavoured brown sugar flavour bubble. Latte brown flavour bubble. I soy. What? Soy milk? Oh yeah. Cheese pineapple. Not today, thank you. Cheese and grape. Cheese Okinawa brown sugar bubble. Vanilla shake. That's getting nearer to normal. Shep cream soda. Or regular Coca-Cola. Because I'm pretty thirsty, I'm going to chicken out. I'm just going to have that. Right, need an add-on product. No add-on, thank you, but these are the things you can add on. Apple pie, McWings 2 pieces, cream of mushroom and corn soup, 2 wings, chicken and egg burger, okay, that's always good, filet of fish, sausage egg McMuffin. So I'm not brave enough to eat much of that, so okay. So this is what I've had so far. Now I'm going to add one other thing. I think, well, I've never tried their cheeseburger since I've been here, so I'm going to have a Hong Kong cheeseburger, $12.50. You have to press that to order even though you're not going to. I might have a dessert. No, I've already got one, haven't I? So we're done. So
Devon McFlurry.
Oreo McFlurry? No, I don't like that. Or a cone. But no, I've already gone a bit mad. So I'll review my order. First, black sticky rice pie, $8. Big Mac meal, 38 Hong Kong dollars. With fries and Coca-Cola, medium. 1 cheeseburger. So the total is $58.50. So that's about £6. So proceed to check out, but before I do that, the bus pass here, the octopus card, is a need. It does everything basically that we need it to do. So what you do is proceed to check out. We're gonna have. I'll collect myself, and payment choices are these. We go for octopus. I tap the card. Now what's that? That's it. Paid for. And that is how you order in Hong Kong. Now what I'm going to do, because my son's more adventurous than me, I'm not going to film his face. I'm just going to film. All right. Okay. Well, what we'll do then? He's seriously hungry. Doesn't want to do any more filming for the time being. So.